Greetings, fellow Empyreans. I am Ashtarothi, the voice of New Eden, and it is May 14th, YC126. This is the Eve Universe Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Settle on in. I tried to change my camera over faster because people have been talking about how my black screen is sucky, which is fair. How's it going, guys? It's good to see. I'm going to call out Caldari Prime Pony Club. It's good to see you in chat. You seem to suggest that you made this skin. Is that true? I can't remember all the skins. Caldari Prime Pony Club, by the way, Tamber has made a lot of really good looking skins. Has kind of Tamber has existed as a force for the player base, kind of always pushing forward, always showing how much better the Eve skinning system could be versus what CCP gives us. And so recently, he has had several of his designs made into actual skins in the game. Including the Empyrean Outlaw skin. I think the Arkham Arisen skin, although that one's kind of simple. The new skin for the Collector's Edition. And apparently this one too. And the Sanguinary Savant skin is just so good. It is by far one of my favorite skins. In fact, Tamber, if you're here still, you said you've never seen them before. Have you seen it on the Retribution? Because it's just so good on the Retribution. Well, yeah, it's Arkham is simple, but most of what makes it so good is its special effects. You've only seen the Paladin in game? Oh man, I got to get you a Retribution to show you. I personally, the Retribution is my favorite. Let me grab my Retribution fit. There it is. Oops. Keep coming. Did I not get the Retribution? There we go. Now then. This bad boy. Hey, Oki. And Drelkag. How's it going, guys? We are on Singularity right now, by the way. Like, look at this thing. It's just so tight and well built as far as skins go. Normally, wait, I don't know. There's supposed to be the particle effect of the actual spittles coming out. Yeah, this skin is so good looking. With the eyes coming off of it too. It also really looks with actually, I think, let me just real quickly. Wait, why am I searching for Move Me? Don't search for Move Me. I'm just going to go to Jita real quick, see if I can grab the emblem. Yeah, that's weird because the particles were coming out on the Paladin, and it was coming out like they come out correctly on. Oh, there they are. I'm seeing some now. They just must not have loaded correctly then. Where's Paragon? Wait. Hey, Punch. Good to see you. There's Paragon. What skin is this? This is Sanguinary Savant. Don't forget the rigs. Does it not have rigs? Oh shit, it doesn't have rigs. Why doesn't it have rigs? Oh, put the rigs in the cargo, that's why. Yeah, we're on Sissy. Immortal Eden skin? Isn't that the Megathron? To buy? Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold on. Why is it in perimeter? Whatever, I don't care. Yo is right. You are smart. I'm bringing a Megathron today. Bet. Let's go. All right. Is this a decent fit at all? I mean, it's plated as shit. We're going to go with that. I'm working on it. I got to buy it first. I got to buy the actual ship first. No, it's yeah, this stream is no longer about anything else. So, okay, what we're both excited about, just so you know, is the new skin that is coming with the collector's edition. It's been in the game for a little while, but we haven't been able to like put it on yet because nobody has their collector's edition yet. Yes, Sissy's only open today. Where's that fit? First player made skin? Well, if this is the first player made skin, what about all those other skins you designed, though? I don't get it. Like, if you help make the Sanguinary Savant skin, how is the Megathron skin the first player skin? Oh, it was the first that was made of them all, but not the first to come out. Got it. Get the rigs. And some Fed Navy. Oh, boy. Holy shit. Oh, that thing is so sick. Yeah, boy. Ah. Am I supposed to be... I'm supposed to be at the F something gate. Let's head there. Wait. MTech X gate rather. Oh, I'm so set. Anticipation. What's it gonna do? Anything? Oh! Ooh! God, that's pretty. Those are cool effects. Those are cool effects. So actually, I got a question for you since I got you here. Because, you know, you have both made awesome skins and you've promoted the creation of the tools. How do you feel about the Skinner system when it comes to like skins like this, right? Or the other skins like Empyrean Outlaws that you made, right? Like, do you feel like the fact that by the time that we get this, we're going to have the ability to make our own skins or whatever pretty closely? Do you feel like that diminishes these? Do you know anything about whether or not that makes it valuable in the new Skinner system? Do you have any thoughts on that at all that you're allowed to share? So many things to say. Well, you should come on you can come on Discord and say them if you want. No, this skin here is for the collector's edition. I definitely agree with that part. My biggest question is how is the new Skinner system going to relate to the old skin licenses that we get? Like what I'd like to see is if I have this skin for the Megathron, then I could take this effect, your little slashes here, and I can put it on any Megathron skin. Like I should get this light beams effect to use on my custom skins. That's what I would like to see. The test server is back for the day. You don't know about that? Well, I don't want skins with really cool special effects, like, or it's going to be weird, the relationship between skins that we have and newer skins. Like, I want to be able to put the casino clash effects on other Icky Turses, like make it custom colors. Well, the skin has like three or four different colors and then a pattern, but I think that they're like the ability to add special effects will be pretty big. Custom police skins, yeah, exactly. You can make the police lights. You can add the police lights on. All right, hold on. Let's go. Let's do what we're here to do and change our skin a few times. Make sure we got the smoke on the Triglavian Twilight. We do. Aurora's right. Everything's working fine for me. Whoa, what? Sudden Zernitra. ISD must have figured that I was a good person to jump to when I was not. I've tried to access the Skinner. I even tried to use command line to access the Skinner. Did not work. Looks like somebody else noticed. When the fridge lighting turned on, did you get some cold mist at the front? The fridge lighting? You mean like the white glow instead of the yellow? I can warp again and look. Yeah, the blue-white glow. Okay. Let's just warp to station. I'm going to skip the ad. I'm going to skip the ad for you guys so you don't get interrupted. You can thank me by liking the stream. Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah. Yep, there it goes. That is a very cool effect. See, this is one of those ones where it's like, I see this and I'm like, oh, this is so great. If only I could get it for the Megatron Navy issue, too. Anything, Tamber. Whatever you need, Tamber. You've done a lot for us. Yep, there's the smoke. A Vindicator to look like this is pretty good, too. All right. Today, we also are going to be going over the new hauling ships that the dev blog just got put out. And we also have, once this is over, I want to show you guys, we have a new, like I've been using a stabber. Oh, smoke pops out when it lands too. We have a stabber that runs the T3 combat sites by itself very consistently. So we've got a Megathron with a Firestorm. I think I've got Firestorm skin. I definitely have Triglavian Twilight for this one. I wish you could force it to do the puff of smoke by switching back and forth. Like, every time you put it on, it puffs. Penumbral Shadows is such a good-looking skin, too. Yeah, Singularity is currently open for login, and I would strongly recommend, if you can, get into Singularity right now and get into FD right now, because you get 1,500 Evermarks for participating in this. If you can, get logged in and get here. You don't have to do much. You just have to be here and switch skins a couple times. controller event. Like I said, I would like to see an event, or I'd like to see it where every one of my skins corresponds to some Skinner component. So that way, like, I have 1,400 skins. I'd like to think that that should give me some sort of advantage in the Skinner system, and not that I'm taking over. Oh, please align to. Wait, what? Why didn't I change skins? Wait, hold on. Why didn't I change skins? Uh-oh. Did skinning stop? Hold on. Why did I stop being able to switch skins? Oh. Okay. It's back. That was weird. I wonder if that was a thing. Yeah, I'm going to follow his lead. There we go. Nice and clear. Wait, other people can see Drossel's skin change, but they cannot? Weird. You have 59 skins now? Wait, how do you, of all people, have only 59 skins? I would expect you to have like all of the skins, but you feel me though? I think that like if I have the like each, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could just be like one of the colors or whatever. Like I should have a lot of the Skinner system pre-unlocked because I have a lot of the skins. That's just what I think. Gah. Malik, what can we use regular Megathrons for? Turn off my skin, does it go to default? Oh, we warped wall formation. Nice. I'm definitely having some like turning my camera. I'm getting some hesitancy as it's loading certain things, I'm assuming. Whelping, rolling wormholes. This is my wormhole roller now. I think that we could take Megathrons into Slash move me for moving. I think we could take Megathrons into the war zone. Burying a freighter, this might have been a bad idea. Yeah, especially since all of the freighters are going to be obsolete in 2 months. Spoilers. What are we doing now? Let's look at other people's skins and judge them. We've got some Fireblade. That's a good one. That's a pretty expensive one. One of the more expensive ones. Nidhogger. Nidhogger has some of the better skins out there. It's got like these great plates. We were just talking about how good it is for skins, and this guy only has Aurora Universalis. It looks good with Aurora Universalis, but you know. And over here we have Avon with his bunny skin Barghest. And I'm assuming Malik with his... Yeah, oh, no, never mind, he docked. As we're supposed to. He docked up with his... he has a bunny skin on, too. We're docking up in the Keepstar. Oh, interesting. It doesn't show... Oh, it does very lightly. It's like it... Hold on. It's like it shows one of the effects, but not the other. Because it shows the light, the lighting effect, but not the actual hexagons. Ah, wait. Oh, yeah. See, it like didn't skin it correctly. You could see it for a second, but then it went away. I don't remember the Deathglow Hunter skin looking that good on the Megathron. See, like, there's a double effect. Have you noticed that? Hold on. There's a double effect every single time I swap it. 1, 2. It's like it... Okay, so what I'm seeing is... Check it out. So think about it this way. So what I think that they're doing is they're swapping over to the new Skinner system, right? So if you look, you can see the old skin system kind of go by, and then the new Skinner system like replace the model. The old Skinner system would go across the model. This replaces the model, and then the model gets it's blank, and then it gets drawn in. See? That is not how the normal Skinner system works. Or the skinning system, I should say. It's like transition 1 happens, and then the real transition happens. It's like they so this is actually pretty common because there's multiple effects happening all at the same time, and the fact that those once those are... Sorry, there's a lot of different effects all happening at the same time, and the fact that they're all happening like they look like one effect is almost coincidental, right? Like none of them are aware of each other. So, you know, they can be out of sync with each other. So it appears as if some of the effects of the transition are mixed. Only the new blue effect should be there. Yeah, you can see like there's 2 different lines on top of each other on the pass, and that entire pass is like a few inches, or however you want to call it, in front of where it should be. So it looks like the second transition needs to happen a little bit faster, or the first piece has to be a little bit slower, so that way they move together. Yeah. Please spam changing skins for the next while. That's what we're doing. Yeah, I've never seen it where you could see through the model during a skin change. Yeah. Because you can see that, okay, so the line is where the old one stops, okay? So you've got two different images, two different models, basically, and you're transitioning from one to the other. The first part is the line going across, clearing away the old one, and the other one is the line coming across and putting in the new one, right? But the new one is about a half second slow, and so you get this like effect, and then it's clear, like it deletes the old one, and then the new one gets replaced in. You see this actually, like you'll see this in the current one too. If there's a particle effect, the particle effect will appear right away, but then get cleared and then reappear again. So that's what we're seeing here. That's the particle effect being put on. Please undock. Okay, well, it stopped changing skins. I'm stuck with Copus. I can't do this. Going between the Outlaw and Arcombine skin, you get. Also, they still have the bug where the sound of the warp starts over if you skin your ship. Let's see if we can do it if it happens here. Oh, wow. Nope, it is actually in sync in space. So that must be what it is. Like in the station they have the new system operating, and in space they have the old system operating, perhaps. I'm having difficulty swapping skins again. Oh yeah, the in-space skinning system is just buggered right now. Yeah, in-stations have a different lighting support. That's true. But yeah, a different whole end, like basically, I mean, a different engine is definitely a stretch, but successfully changed to that one. Did they turn off the Immortal Eden skin? Is that what happened? That's a Vindicator. Hold on. I think I can change to anything else. Yeah, there's Spirit, there's Scope. There's, oh, nope, no Spirit change. Ah, yay! Okay, they didn't turn it off. It's just acting inconsistent. What's happening? Why are people warping? Oh. So what's also cool about this is that when this thing is in hull, these things should flicker too. Pravi to a combat mess test. Well, you know, we're an FD Tech M. What a ball. We're having a ball. Is that... You know, I'm not really seeing very many of like the hyper fancy skins. In other news, the hell is big. Get ready to jump. Ships clipping into each other is RP immersion breaking. We're ready to jump. I will say this, so far this test is going far better than the previous one. How do you explain this, Mr. Lore Guy? It's a video game. Now, when you're in warp, you can justify such things like planets. What happened last time? It was just like, I think we were doing sound tests, and it just didn't work. Like, there was, like, the answer was, like, things were just not working. Are we jumping? FC didn't say jump. Jump, jump. Okay. The skin doesn't work for you? Wait, why not? Wait, what? Why doesn't it work for you? I've had inconsistent results with skins being applied. Maybe you should try like switching to a different skin and then switching to it. No, oh, it doesn't have the stretch marks. Is that what you're calling? Is that what we're going with? Skinning's working perfectly fine for me. Oh, except for that one, it just flipped over. Rib cage. I was gonna call them like tiger stripes. So what were you going with this skin? Why'd you do it this way? Malak. Have they suggested that we should kill each other? Because I'm going to be out of power soon. The first skin I made in 2006 was the white Mega with tiger stripes. It was white and green, though. So you made it this... Oh, that's why you keep on saying the first one, too, right? Because it's in reference to the very first special skin you made? That's cool. I think it's absolutely fitting that you got honored in... Thanks, Dutch. Air daily goal completed. Whoa, those are big blasts. What the heck is happening? All right. That's some cool looking blast. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but man, they need to keep it that way. All right, now I need to align. Wait, what happened? Oh. Wait, what? Why can't I align to this thing? I'm just gonna align to this one because it seems to be where people are aligning. Why can't capital ships go through jump gates? Wait, what? Wait, what? No, what? Why was my Lashaka Chimera in the warp tunnel? Neat. Did we? I didn't even notice we were something else. Zap in space for CSM? Wait, is Zap in space? Zap, are you running for CSM? Oh, never mind. It's an old meme, but it checks out. See, they could have totally put this on a Chronos and made it so that when it opens up, it also puffs out the smoke. I ran several years ago and got like 5 total votes. Aha. Well, unironically, Dutch for CSM. Dutch gunner for CSM. What? What? I thought we were supposed to be in a wall. Uh-oh. My son's computer might have just overheated, in which case I need to go run and turn it off. Not heard anything in a bit. Should be good. Yeah, I got in the same point in the wall. No! Let's move off to the side. Yeah. People don't talk about Titan effects generators enough. That's true. The 2 Titans are carrying the Nyx on their shoulders. You'd think if you brought an avatar, you'd bring an avatar with a better skin than these. Well, at least that one's got Marshlight. But, like, is this one even skinned? No! What? Why bring... Okay, thank you. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. Wait, did it change skins? I thought you can't change skins while you lock up a target. No, you can't. Titans don't get fielded enough for field generators to become a topic. I suppose. Well, it's just like how supercarriers, nobody ever uses their projections. And I feel like since that was like a big piece of their overhaul, it sort of shows that like supercarriers need to be fixed to be better E-War platforms, if that's what they're going to be. Yeah, no skin on the Tataro. What's up with that? We are in the mass test right now, doing just testing visuals and stuff. Let's go ahead and go this way. And then micro jump drive. Last time it was 100% crash on Mac users too. That's right. I remember that too. All right. Now what? Kill the avatars, not yet. Are they going to reset it so that way we can keep attacking it? Probably what they're going to do. So what I can do is I can take this guy that's 162. I can warp to him at 70. Wait, who's webbing me? Nothing but trouble. There's a wee woo lights on the Raven police issue. Yeah. Let's try some more skinning. Or Universalis. Deathglow Remnant. No? No? Deathglow fail? Exoplanet? There we go. Deathglow again. Okay. Immortal. Choke to death. Copa's Edge. Worked. Immortal. There it is. Penumbral. Nope. Singularity or scope. Back to Penumbral. There it is. Wait, hold on. The no blinky lights is a known bug? Wait. Hold on. Are you sure about what is the premise behind that one? Because like I know that some of the police skins don't have flashy lights. Are you stating that that's a bug? Do you know that to be true? Are they working on that? Oh, I guess we need to keep shooting now. Wait, hold on. First I need to switch to a different skin. Although I do like the Triglavian Twilight skin. The old styles lights flash all the time. Not all of them. The second generation ones, the first generation ones, they all flashed. The second generation ones and beyond, they didn't flash. So they're supposed to all flash? Well, get them to fix it. Rotating sirens when you fly faster? It needs to go, it needs to make like a beep beep, whoop whoop, when you enter into warp. They're rotating lights, not flashing. No, just use CSP guard. You already have the rights to that. A button to toggle the lights. I want skins that have certain effects when you're doing certain things. So like when you are webbing, if you web somebody or scram somebody, then it does this effect or something like that. I still want the snake hat particle effect that sits on your head, and then when you web somebody, it like jumps out and like latches onto them. For your Serpentis ships. Oh my, mass tips for ship skins. It's like getting new clothes for your Barbie. I mean, skinning is the true endgame of EVE Online. Only going to be more true. A smiley face that becomes eviler the more E-War effects you have on the target. Oh, here comes a Doomsday. Wait, was that a Doomsday? I thought I saw Doomsday, maybe not. Is it reft again? It's reft again. Why not just make it abandoned first? The despair face that gets more distraught the more E-War is on you. I was saying that during the when they had the PvP conduits, they should have a special skin that if you have it on, like if you win and you don't have it on, you get it. And then if you win with it on, then like you get the next tier up. So, but you have to have it on, and it's volatile. So if you die, you lose it. So basically, the skin represents how many wins in a row you've managed to get. I call that the only valid use for volatile skins. If volatile skins are going to be bind on a pickup. Is that even a skin? Oh. Weird. Yeah, on a lot of these ships, I'm not even seeing their skin. I'm just like I just saw him switch from not a skin to not a skin. What about other T3 cruisers? Are there any? That guy has a skin on. Keep shooting. Well, I can't tell if this Loki has a skin or not. It's in the dark. I can't remember any of the other T3 cruisers' names off the top of my head. I don't think there are any. I think that's the big problem. Am I skipping over one over and over again? I don't think so. It's just the Legion. Oh, there's a second Legion. Oh yeah, this one's skinned. Wait a minute. Why am I being attacked? I'm being attacked by the Avatar? Ha! Nice. Ooh, pretty. I mean, it's true. Load some null. Fleet W sucks. Apparently they're not killing, they're killing more than just me. Yeah, Deepwater hooligans killing other people too. What now? Aligning towards the sun? You looted the Tatar with your Pravi. Well, too bad you can't take it with you, right? Oh, he started attacking me again. I'm 177 kilometers from him. Is that the same Titan? Yeah, that's the same Titan that shot at me. Following into warp. Wait, you looted it with your Condor? Oh, I bet you didn't get that much out of it. My warp speed is 1.5 AU because of capitals. They can copy my Capsuleer Day progress, but not my Evermarks or unlocked emblems. 23 blocks of helium. Woo! I always think it's funny when the warp sound clearly, like, they run out of audio, and so they have to start it over. Although now I'm hearing a bunch of other ships spool up. There's a little bit about the audio that always gets weird when it comes to warp. Like, it gets stuck on, it starts over at the wrong times. Like, if I change your skin. Or in this case, when we got close enough to start hearing it, we heard the beginning of the warp sounds. What the heck? All right. Guessing a bunch of edge cases not worth the dev times to fix. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go that far, but they are they are non-critical bugs, that's for sure. Swap skins a couple times. Nope. Although it, like, started to. I thought it looked different. Oh, can't switch. Yeah, look at the lighting system's like freaking out. Yep. Won't switch now. Just based on my guesses, or just based on what I've seen, I would not be surprised if the lighting, if certain lighting is on the ship, that causes it to not be able to swap. And that's why it was semi-random before, because it depended on whether or not, like, a specific effect was going on. Align Poidot? That's just simply a guess, though. Back end on fire, not getting acknowledgements. Hold on. Outstanding calls. They're getting the calls. They are responding to the call. They're just not doing the skinning. Yeah. See, that was the entire call. I don't honestly know. Oh, that was weird. Is it trying it again? I don't know what that call was. Wonder if they'll do a test server run with the new ships before June? Almost certainly. Once they're ready to show off the Skinner, I bet you they will do another thing with actually, like, playing around with the Skinner. I would not be surprised. Whoa. Oh, yeah, okay. That was weird. because if my theory was true, then getting away from the sun would have changed the lighting conditions. Right. It's almost like too many people are changing skins at the same time, so it just like freezes up. But right now, nobody can change them, it looks like. How do I Control Shift Alt M? So like all of the modifier keys and M, as in Mike. And then that opens up this window. And then the outstanding calls button can be opened. I mean, at least I'm stuck on the right skin. Oh my gosh. Did they warp us to a beacon? They did warp us to a... Wait, no, they warped us to the station. Or the gate. Right, How'd I manage to not be part of the amalgamation of ships? They're gonna get bumped directly into me, though. Too late to jump to catch up from 1DQ. It is a very good skin to be stuck on. It's true. It's the correct skin to be stuck on, in fact. Wah! Can't even see the gate anymore. Get ready to jump. I can't! People are jumping. Is that us or them? Jump, jump. Abomination. What are we doing in Syndicate? This is on the test server. How many Titans were squished in there? I think 3 or 4. Oh, I didn't catch. Did my ship become? Was my ship a Megathron during the jump? I didn't check. I didn't pay attention. Did my ship become another ship? Oh, look at that. Oh, no, never mind. Once it fully decloaked, it showed up. I'm going to crash gate just in case. Did you know Poidot is the only named system in Syndicate? All right, let's try the skin system again. Nope, still not changing. We'll just leave it there, see if it ever changes. You can't even join the test server? You should be able to join. It still bugs me that CSP doesn't enforce their test server rules. I mean, it's one of those weird things where it's like, what they have done wasn't disruptive enough to be like serious problem. And if you start, I mean, I agree, they should. These guys are the kind of people that would just get like motivated by that. No, we have not looked at the new ships yet. You know, this guy says, why does nullsec not have named systems? What? Oh, F for skins. Uh, I think that one of the empires, like Goons, should make a big huff about starting to call their system, 1DQ, a different name. Because the systems that we have, like every system used to have an indication like this. All of the name systems originally were some sort of code like this. It's just as the empires expanded, they named the systems. Old Man Star's designation can still be found by reading the Chronicle for Old Man Star, for example. So like Poidot is Poidot because it is the capital of the syndicate. It'd be really awesome if like the players like created a whole thing about like how much they are now calling this system that, and see whether or not they can make it into like see if they can get CCP to acknowledge it and change the name formally. Players creating lore, imagine that. Oh, it happened. Lorelite is if you want to learn about players making lore, you can watch Lorelite video or where we chat about it. Guess you could do an application. No. I'm saying just make a big stink about it, right? Formally start calling it, put it out in all of its designations. Be like blah blah blah, formerly 1DQ. Glad that wasn't me. Uh-huh. Safety's off. Well, I'm dead in the water, so that's cool. Thanks, Malik. I'm about to ruin this man's whole career. Oh yeah, I still can't. My capacitor is still empty. I need 210. There we go. 210. What's going on? We're just finishing up the mass test. All right, I'm gonna try to micro jump before somebody can grab me. Is that gonna work? Hold on. Shit. How much capacitor is... Shit, it takes 700. I think that's a scram. Yeah, that's a scram. Unfortunate. And I'm dead. You can see it flickering from being in hull. Boom. Who's going to kill my pod? I should have brought a bigger ship. I should have brought the Retribution. I like the smoke clouds coming off of the Capsuleer Day skins. Am I really going to make it all the way to the gate? I don't actually want to make it all the way to... There we go. Okay. What quality settings? Do I think that the smoke is too subtle? In some cases, maybe. I noticed it just because it's actually smoke instead of just like a light, a volumetric light alone. There's always a weird relationship between things functioning in world space and local space. But all right. Let us swap over to Tranquility. While we do that, I will pull up so this is what we just did. And actually, I need to head back to Dodixie while we talk. Yeah, make sure to like the stream. All right. It really does affect things. Okay. Let's start. So this is the mass test. This is what we just did. They're basically testing the skins and the Mac client stability issue being fixed. So I think that was mostly a pretty good test. There was some times that it didn't work. I hope that gives them good data. But overall, I'm pretty excited. I wish that they would let us actually play around with the new Skinner system. That'd be neat. But yeah. Anywho, let us jump into the next topic, which is Equinox in Focus, new Upwell ships. So this is part of the ongoing Equinox in Focus series that we've been getting, the same as they did with Viridian and I think even Uprising, where each week we get a dev blog that outlines a core aspect of the upcoming expansion. So in this one, we have the new upcoming ships. There are 4 upcoming hauling ships, or 4 new hauling ships from Upwell coming to us in Equinox, and we finally get some details about it. This is actually like same as before. The dev blog is kind of redundant to the video in a lot of places, so we're going to watch the video and then look through the dev blog if we need to for more information.
For the Equinox expansion, we're introducing 4 brand new Upwell themed haulers into EVE. These include the Squall, the new Base Tech 1 hauler, the Deluge, an elusive Tech 2 blockade runner variation of the Squall, the Torrent, a hardy deep space transport variation, and the Avalanche, an XL-sized raider with a matching XL-sized hull. All 4 of these new ships feature a new large infrastructure hold. This hold will be able to store several items related to owning and upgrading your space, such as the brand new orbital skyhook, the Metanox moon drill, the new reagents, sovereignty structures, sovereignty upgrades, Upwell structures, deployables, fuel, and more. Additionally, all 4 of these ships will feature a significant amount of missile firepower for their size, allowing them to fight back and deter those who are looking to ransack them for their valuable cargo. There are a number of things that make these ships unique and desirable, starting with the Squall. It's intended to be an affordable entry-level hauler for infrastructure and the new reagents. We're aiming for it to cost a bit more than a Tech 1 cruiser hull, and it will have the cargo capacity that most other specialized haulers currently have with its special infrastructure hold. It also features roughly the same hit points and firepower that a Tech 1 cruiser currently has.
So, okay, and we might want to just look at this in YouTube. We'll look at the details.
Allowing it to fight off smaller ships attempting to interdict its valuable cargo, or also contribute meaningfully to an encounter while being brought alongside a Skyhook raiding fleet. The Deluge Blockade Runner is a Tech 2 variation of the Squall, and it trades some missile firepower and cargo capacity for the ability to use a covert ops cloaking device. With significant improvements to its mobility and warp speed, it's the perfect choice for maintaining your infrastructure on the fringes of your space or operating behind enemy lines. The Torrent Deep Space Transport is the big brother of the Deluge, and it too is a Tech 2 variation of the Squall. The Torrent, however, trades agility and top speed for a significant improvement in hit points, a larger infrastructure hold, more firepower, a fleet hangar, and huge overheating bonuses to defensive modules, propulsion modules, and energy neutralizers. Last but certainly not least, the gigantic Avalanche is the first freighter in EVE to feature high power slots and has enough missile firepower to match most battleships. The Avalanche additionally features a gigantic infrastructure hold, the unique ability to fit capital shield flex hardeners, and an even bigger missile damage bonus for auto-targeting missiles. When designing these ships, we obviously wanted them to be appealing and useful to those of you who do logistics gameplay and maintain alliance and solve infrastructure, but we know that's a rather small niche, so we also wanted to make sure they were exciting for a wide range of players. With that in mind, we gave the ships missile launchers with a large bonus to damage, distinguishing them significantly from other industrial ships currently that already have the capability to fight back, such as the Procurer, Orca, Rorqual, and Nereus. Since these almost entirely rely on drones, our aim was to make these feel exciting and powerful enough so that they can have an impact in small gangs and not just be the space pinata with all the valuable goods inside. We also wanted them to be exciting for regular smaller industrialists and not just large organizations, so we expanded the infrastructure hold to be able to include everything you would need even for smaller industry tasks. For example, fuel and planetary commodities can be placed inside the bay, so if you're looking for an upgraded Epiful or a ship to carry your PI, all of these ships should excite you. The blueprints for the Squall Hauler and the Avalanche Freighter will be available for purchase in all Upwell Consortium member NPC stations when Equinox launches. The Deluge Blockade Runner and the Torrent Deep Space Transport will need to be invented from blueprint copies of the Squall. For the invention jobs, players will also need new Upwell Starship Engineering data cores, which are available in the 4 Empire Factional Warfare Militia LP stores. Additionally, constructing these new Tech 2 ships will require new Upwell components, the blueprints for which can be purchased from all Upwell Consortium member NPC stations, and they use a mix of all the racial components that currently exist. I'm really excited about these ships, and we hope you are too, whether you're going to be hauling your own or your corporation's valuable resources, or hauling the loot and corpses of your overconfident victims. We cannot wait to see what creative fittings you come up with when Equinox launches.
Alright, so first of all, I do want to point out that, like, this shows... You remember that hauler that got attacked? Like, you know, when, I can't remember who it was that originally launched the freighter, or the hauling convoy, but the hold on. Chemeltech had their freighter, or had their convoy destroyed, and now they're coming out with a new set of highly defensible hauling ships. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, I'm talking about Chemeltech, not Mordu. So, yeah, why don't these ships have weapons? That's dumb. All right, so there's a lot to break down here, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into the, let's pull this up on YouTube. Make sure to like it. And bring it over to my main screen so I can look at it closely. So basically, the big thing is that, you know, just for some context, the way that hauling ship works is that there's the Tech 1, and then there's two Tech 2 ships. The first is a blockade runner, which is designed to be quick, agile, and cloaky, right? And then there is the deep space transport, which is known for having the massive fleet hangar. That its normal bay isn't the big deal. It's the fleet hangar that's a big deal. It's like 65,000 meters cubed when fully upgraded, and it represents the tankiest, largest cargo bay outside of like orcas and freighters and stuff, right? So, and then of course freighters are freighters. So that's kind of the baseline of what we're talking about here. And this does actually lead me to Himmeltech got bullied so hard by Capsuleers they had to come up with new haulers. Exactly, that's what I figured. So here we have. Can I get any better quality? Here we have. Oh gosh, can I go like this? Full screen it so at least I can see it. So this is the Squall. It has 327 DPS and 17,000 EHP, with 37 HPS, which is fine. So yeah, I'd say this is about comparable to an average T1 cruiser, right? And it has a cargo bay of 3,000. Now it's worth noting that this is not the dedicated bay, right? This is just the standard bay.
To an encounter. Well,
the infrastructure bay is down here. So it has 3,000 meters cubed in its standard bay and 67,000 meters cubed in its secondary bay. So you no longer need those big, like you don't need bustards anymore for a big amount of fuel, right? Like right now, moving around fuel is a big thing, but you can look at this. You can put in infrastructure. You can put a ton of different stuff in these bays and move them around pretty easily now. Plus, it's pretty defensible. It has an alignment that's so fast, I hesitate to wonder whether or not it even needs the micro warp drive. Time to talk about how small the Orca actually is. Yeah, the Orca fleet hangar isn't even that big. Yeah, but they have the ship hangar. That's true. I just didn't know off the top of my head, so I didn't want to say anything. So the Deluge, we can see it has, with roughly the same setup, it's going to have...
with significant improvements to its mobility and warp speed.
239 DPS, which is less. But 33,000 EHP, so more hit points, less defenses. Microwave drive for crashing gates. Yeah. I call that pessimism. No. And of course, because this is a blockade runner, it's also going to be unscannable, more likely than not. And this is its normal cargo bay here. Does it show its other cargo bay before this? No. Ah, there it is. This one is 45,000 meters cubed. So now you have a blockade runner with 45,000 meters cubed to move Tech 1. Man, this is huge. This is huge for both PI haulers. I mean, not PI haulers, but well, PI haulers, but this is huge for R4 moon mining and for fuel blocks. So that whole like Athenor and, you know, the logistics behind moon mining just got a whole lot easier. So Tonya, I will ask you this though. Do you guys have any concerns about these ships and in relationship to the balance of the old haulers. Like, for instance, it's pretty easy to argue that the Squall is just objectively better in every metric to the Epithal. Is this a problem? Is it going to be balanced by cost? Do you have anything to say on the matter, or are you going to just not talk? Which I don't blame you. And then finally we have the stats for the Avalanche. The Avalanche in this video is the Squall is better than the Epithal in every way. It's balanced by cost at the moment. Okay. Even though it's still going to be just over the price of a cruiser. So it's not that out of balance. So the Epithal is pretty much dunzos. Well, so it's a factor of 10. PI alt Epithals, yeah, maybe not. You're right. Okay, so you're just straight up open-eyed about it. These haulers are going to be better, but... And that's what I was thinking, is that these are basically like faction haulers, right? Which people were talking about, oh, power creep, but like adding in faction variants of things has been around for a long time, and these are basically
damage
faction
bonus
haulers.
for auto-targeting missiles.
Okay, so this is crazy. This is wild, okay? This is exciting. So, what we have here is 300,000 EHP and 1,300 DPS. So this freighter, which is admittedly still as slow and bulky and clunky as a freighter, it still has a 42-second align time. So it's not like you're going to be wanting to do level 4 missions with this. It's rapid heavies, dude. It applies pretty freaking good, especially given the fact that it has a bonus to auto-targeting missiles. And that's the other thing is that, remember, this is auto-targeting missiles. So, you know what, this is even going to be better? Like, if you're undergoing a gank, because that way it'll go after everything that's ganking you. Speak for yourself. I'm definitely running level 4s in this one. Yeah, I figured that people would. Yeah. I specifically said that because I assumed that that's actually what's going to happen. But yeah, so this thing has 265,000 meters cubed base hauling size. Hold on a second. Let me go look at real quick. The Charon, for comparison, has 465,000. So it's half the Charon? Hold on, actually, that makes me think. Hold on a second. Rhea? Yeah, so it's more than a Rhea, less than a Charon. They always shoot the... Wait, hold on. They always shoot the closest hostile ship to you? I thought it was always a random... I thought it was random. Huh. I thought it was a random choice of all of... It's always the closest. Interesting. Because I remember, like, has that changed? Because, like, when they changed it, did they change it to that? Because I remember back in the day, or, like, people would use, like, a Jackdaw or something else with auto-targeting missiles to run, like, dens. And, like, you saw missiles going all over the place. Maybe that's just because they're moving? I don't know. Whatever. Either way. So... Yeah, so as hostiles, you can manipulate who's being shot at by controlling who's closest to it. Stop giving them ideas. And you have to say some guy in an assault frigate deliberately being the closest to waste their rapids. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely ways to get around it. But at least these guys feel like they have some sort of defense now. Is the Squall alpha friendly? That we don't know anything about the skill requirements for any of these ships.
When designing these ships, we
what else was there? Hold on, let me listen to the thing again. We went over the blockade runner. The blockade runner also had a fleet hangar of 50,000. I assume that that's without skills, so that should probably be about 65,000, same as the other one. It's Omega only, okay. So there's going to be a new skill for even the Tech 1. So Tony, I'm just going to say this again. This is my biggest disappointment in all of this is the fact that the data cores come from the LP stores of the empires. We really, really, really need Upwell Consortium to have their own LP store. Just put these things in it, put the consortium items in it, and then put the Edencom ships in it. And that solves like more than a couple of problems all at once. And I think that that's really going to help insurgencies and the use of Edencom ships in particular. But like, I don't know, man. I don't like, I'm disappointed in the fact that they said that it's from there, only because it means that they're not doing that yet. Let's see. Anything else that we got to look at as far as stat-wise? Edencom ships not killing themselves in high sec will also help. Edencom ships don't kill themselves. We looked at the DLP store. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't even worry. Look, I say this as one of the people with the most DEDLP. Like, actually, that's not true. I have a fair chunk of DEDLP, and I've earned a fair chunk of DEDLP in the past. What I'm saying is that you should just have a new LP store that is the primary reward for counterinsurgencies. So, like, because okay, here's the problem, all right? Since I got you here, here's my problem. I go in as an angel, and I go and plex a site, right? There are Amar militiamen in the system, but unless they actively want to fight me, instead of just fight what I'm doing, then they're just going to, like, likelihood, they're going to bother with their own thing, plexing their own sites. There is no reward that makes them want to go after my sites versus their own sites. So in the end, there's no pressure, right? One of the reasons why faction warfare works is because as a Galente, I can go into a Caldari plex, and it's like, if this burns down, you are losing progress. You need to fight me right now in order to deal with this. And that puts a lot of, and that's what causes a lot of fights, especially the 1v1 fights and whatnot. Because this is all the same track, they might as well just continue to run their normal plexes. The only people that come in are big fleets or whatever that's there to disrupt, which means the principal opponent, the principal thing I have to deal with are my own people coming in and like oversaturating the sites. So if the counterinsurgencies had an LP store that was just for them, right? You could do it from any of the militias for right now, whatever, cool. But if you finish our sites, the insurgency sites, then that should give them a different LP, and then that new LP can give them all of the consortium stuff, including Edencom ships, because Edencom ships are Upwell ships. That's my argument. Also, yes, by the way, Satonia, great video. Lots of very informative. I appreciate it completely. Upwell NPC stations are based on the member corps, not Upwell itself. Correct. Yeah, it would be different. Are there Upwell? Yeah, that's true. There are no, like, because there is no Upwell. This is the big concern. This is the big challenge of what I just expressed, which is that Upwell is not an entity as it exists in the game. Upwell is a consortium of multiple groups. So that's why, for example, the BPOs are available at all Upwell Consortium member corps, which means unlike oh, by the way, you can also put ore ships in this new LP store if you really want to flesh it out. But like, unlike ore stuff where you have to go into Cloud of Ring at the moment in order to get those BPOs, these BPOs are going to be available likely in high sec because, you know, Yitri and Co, or Yitri and Sons, Zor and Co, Zor and Sons, Yitri, Eifer and Co. Ha! I merged 3 different names together. Yeah, all of those guys are going to be have facilities in K-Space, as far as I know. And I mean, like, very famously, Chemeltech has a station in nearby. So yeah. But so this is what we've got so far. I think that these are going to be very interesting, but my biggest concern is the relationship with original haulers, because I can't, especially since these are going to be faction these are going to be objectively better and Omega only. I do have kind of concerns about that idea of like the pay to win aspect of having Omega status. That these are just good, like an Omega is going to just basically want to have one of these, while an Alpha has a normal one. But would an Alpha even want a Squall over, say, an IDI Mark V? I don't know, man. That's a good question, actually. I don't know if it actually matters per se. Yeah, they can't do PI, so you're not doing it for the PI stuff. You're doing, but you might be able to haul some stuff better. I don't know, and defend yourself better. Take out the AK points column. That is 0 for everything, because it's 0 for everything except for the SOE Project Discovery. I agree. I mean, they should just convert AK into something else, like forcibly change everybody's AK to something else, and then just remove it from the UI. The T2s are straight up better than the Empire counterparts. Yeah. I don't know how that's, like, what the difference in price is going to be there. These do represent, like, this only the second faction. Nope. So third. So this is the equivalent of, like, the Triglavians, right? Because the Triglavians have T2 ships, but they're effectively faction T2. As far as, like, price goes. So, yeah, McGruber, if these are going to be Omega only, then there has to be a skill book behind it. All Omega Lock's stuff is based on skills. So there'll have to be a new skill for Upwell Hauler. Achieved 07 to you. This isn't going to be under the ore line. Or are they actually going to add a new Upwell ship line? Unknown. Yeah, it's Upwell Hauler? Okay, well, that's a good point. Let's go back to the dev blog. Probably slightly above a cruiser hull. Yeah, it has Upwell Hauler skill bonus that will boost infrastructure hold capacity. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so normally... non-peasant freighter 1 through 5. So normally, like, if I go with, like, an epithal... Hold on. Oh, yeah, ship planetary commodity hold capacity. Okay, yeah. So it's always the specialty hold. Roll bonus that dramatically reduces effective distance traveled for jump fatigue. That's normal. In terms of slots, it has a 453. Deluge, Upwell Hauler skill bonus, infrastructure hold capacity, and missile damage. Warp speed and warp acceleration from transport ship. This is for the covert one. Another thing that people were noting is that this now makes it so you can move a lot of stuff. All of the stuff that can go in the infrastructure hold can now be moved via covert ops Sinos. And this thing can hold a lot more than the traditional blockade runners, from what I saw. So then the Torrent, missile damage, fleet hangar capacity, there it is, yeah, and shield resistances. Well, the blockade runner is very similar to all of the others, right? This blockade runner is very similar to the other blockade runners as far as, like, the way that they're structured. Obviously, like, the slot loadout and the fact that it can defend itself is pretty strong. Love having squalls in their fleet. You mean deluges? That's the other thing, is that these things mean that you can actually bring a hauler with your raiding fleet now, and like it can contribute in a meaningful way. What alphas really need is a venture that acts like a barge when in fleet. What we need is ventures to get a bonus that makes it so they get like a 5,000% bonus from mining bursts. So that way, if you have command bursts with you, it's like you're actually pretty darn effective. I just picked the number 5,000 out of thin air. Don't be like, oh, but that will, like, I don't know, just a number. All right, the Avalanche. Upwell freighter skill. So yes, the freighter skill is its own separate skill. And it has infrastructure hold capacity, missile damage, and auto-targeting missile damage. So it's separate. It has a missile damage and an auto-targeting missile damage. So it'll do some additional damage for missiles, and then an additional bonus on top of that for auto-targeting missiles. Hauling is already too convenient. It has been for, what, 15 years or something? The only reason I see to add a hauler would be the specialized raider for skyhooks. Well, but all of these don't really get in the way of the thing that's made hauling too easy, which is jump freighters. So, like, these things emphasizing people doing things hauling the old-fashioned way is probably pretty good. A superior alternative to the epithal. Yeah, Upwell Starship Engineering Data Cores purchased from the Faction Warfare LP stores. As a person that has a crap ton of Galente Faction Warfare LP, so would be able to get as many of these as they want, I still would rather these be on a different LP store. But, you know, this could be a good way to seed it in initially, I suppose. Can the freighters equip cloaking devices? Oh. That is what we were talking about before, where, like, and they even mentioned, like, they said neuting bonuses. Yeah. So the Torrent is going to be a straight up combat ship because it has effective bonuses, as substantial bonuses for overheating defensive and propulsion modules, as well as energy neutralizers. So it's going to be able to neut out scrams and shit and crash gates. That's really, this thing is going to be baller. Freighters cannot use filaments. It'll be a killer with a burst jammer? Maybe. DSTs also have overheat bonus. The neuting is new. Yeah. These are very, very similar. Like, they're all of the bonuses are basically like, and this is a deep space transport, and this is a blockade runner, with the difference of being its offensive capabilities. But it you know, we've been talking a lot about the missiles, but this does have energy neutralizers, and it calls it substantial bonuses. So we'll see what a substantial bonus is. He didn't by chance show off the... No, I don't think we saw anything about stats or bonuses. But there will be a discussion tomorrow on CCTV, which, by the way, you should be paying attention to Twitch, because I think today is your last day for the Caldari Navy issue. Or, the Cormorant Navy issue. Catalyst Navy issue. No. Yes. Police skin. Catalyst Navy issue. Police skin. Stats are shown in the video. So make sure you're watching CCTV and or other Twitch streamers to get your that, and then the Ferox police skin has already started too. Where does it show the stats? Bonuses or not. See, yeah, they show absolute stats, but they don't show any of the bonuses. They never hover over the name or anything like that, right? Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. Anything else to cover in these? You can calculate the bonuses yourself on PyFoot with the numbers and slots shown, except for we don't actually know what the skill level of the person who's piloting it is. And with the, so just this image alone, the one with the Kiki in it, whatever. The image with the Kiki, yeah, see, this shows it's 50,000, which means this guy doesn't have skills. That's with max skills? Hold on. It's 50,000 with max skills? So it is smaller. Is that true? Okay. So the torrent, wait. Yeah, the torrent is a little bit smaller. 40,000 base goes up to 50,000. Okay. So yeah, this is with max skills. So you could do those processing if you really, really wanted to. I'll leave it to somebody on Reddit to do. All right. There was a patch notes today, but the patch notes is just something with their content delivery network for like APIs and stuff. Nothing worth talking about. HoboLeaks shows nothing new, really even on the Singularity side. So not much there and not much from the mass test to pull from. Base Orca fleet hangar before skills. Ah. Okay. Well, in that case, let us jump into the next and final topic. Right? Man, we've already been going for 2 hours, but I do want to talk, to wrap things up, I do want to show off something, which is, boom. So for those of you who are still doing the event, I am still helping out by providing filaments to people that need to do stuff. But what I want to show you guys today is it was brought to our attention by Erlidis, but he got it from somewhere else. I wish I knew the original source of it. It could be some like streamer or whatever. I'm not 100% sure. But one of the things I've kind of fallen in love with this weekend is this stabber right here. So I should put this on my workbench. Let me know if this isn't on the workbench. I'll go do that right now if need be. But this stabber has 220 Vulcan autocannon 2s, 2 light missile launchers, 2 large shield extenders, an afterburner, a medium cap battery, shield power relay, triple core defense field purgers, and Caldari Navy Hornets. This thing, so the secret here is that the tier 3 filament is a gamma filament, right? So if I go here and check out disastrous gamma filament, put one of them in my cargo bay. So the thing about gammas is that it reduces explosive resistance, which is good for me, but enhances ship's shield strength. So it gives you more raw hit points. So that's only going to help my my passive shield tank. So we're going to go with a passive stabber. Roughnecks, we talked about the we did the live sissy test, and then we talked about the new haulers, and now I am showing off my Upwell solution, or my my Capsuleer Day solution. So many words to pay attention to. Okay, so this one here has only Tech 1 field purgers. If you're feeling feisty, you can go with Tech 2 field purgers just to feel a little bit more safe. Alternatively, there is a debate. The original build loses the medium cap battery for a third shield extender, but it seems like the Gamma gives you enough shields otherwise, and you can get nuded out, which, while isn't dangerous in this ship, it is mildly annoying. So we went with a cap battery in order to increase the, not necessarily even to increase the amount of cap we have, but to increase energy warfare resistance. So now all energy neutralization is going to be reduced by 25%. That's the big reason why we have the cap battery, but otherwise you could just go with a third shield extender. A good example is actually the other stabber I have, which I believe Roughnecks maybe it was borrowed it. But yeah, you can see he went with the third large shield extender and, you know, blinked up the afterburner a little bit. Yeah, exactly. So this is what he gave me back when I let him borrow one. So thank you. But I want to show off kind of the basic build. Tomorrow, maybe we'll try like the more expensive version of the build, like with triple extenders. Well, actually, it's not even a more expensive version of the build. Oh, no, because it's got the T2 rigs. And we'll try that with Kato, maybe, and see how that works. That'd be cool. In the meantime, let's switch to this scene. Pull up my Peld. And I could probably use some barrage. So I get all the time, well, how do I know what ammo? You can open up show info used with, go here, barrage. Did I try Urschlag's polarized caracal? I have not. Sounds absurd, though. So one of the big problems that I've run into is that when I send my drones after the turrets, they zip past and go through the gate before they manage to go through, or before they manage to kill it. Let's start out with barrage. A Chad Peld enjoyer. Yes, I prefer, like, I use Peld on my streams so that way you guys can see, like, the metrics. So the highest tier filament is tier 4. So tier 3 is the highest tier that we know of that we can solo. Yeah, Satonia was just saying the other earlier that the ones that do not blink, that's actually a bug. Or no, it wasn't Satonia. It was Caldari Prime Pony Club. I got to keep my sources straight. I do a lot to try to make it so that I'm demonstrating as much cool stuff as possible for you guys. All right. Ready? And so I'm going to activate. The very first thing I'm going to do is visually identify where the turret is, whether or not there's any clouds in between, and then I'm going to start moving with the overheated afterburner towards the thing in order to try to start shooting it. I've got a 32-kilometer range. Let's go. Oh, safety's enabled. Hey, at least ISD saw my Thunderchild step 1 complete. Alright. You never heated? Well, you also had the better purgers. So I hold down the C key, and I click on the turret in order to see, look, there's no thing between me and it. So we're going to head to that one. Start locking all of these, and then control bounding box to lock these as quickly as possible. I guess I locked too many of those, huh? Kill one more. Kill one more. Kill one more? How many of these am I going to kill before I get to the... Fire the missiles. One. Two. All right. Should be pretty good now. Now I'm going to go through the speed cloud, which means I'm going to hit approach as I'm going through. So that way I immediately am on top of them. And turn around because I'm still in the speed cloud, so I don't want to throw through the gate again. Boom. They're dead. And now it's just a matter of cleaning things up. What's your bug report number? Oh, wait, we haven't finished the website yet? That's funny. Well, the ISD told us to change our skins while we were shooting at something. Yeah, it'll take you a lot less time, though, if you come and, like, get with us and get the hookup with all of the stuff, so that way... Your biggest time constraint is going to be, actually waiting for things to be constructed. Now we just grind through some hit points. Clear off the swarmers again. Yeah. Like I said, the biggest concern is going to be your manufacturing time and also getting out there and trying to find desolate sites. Everybody kind of has their own strategy for finding desolate sites when it's time to do that. Yeah, I could use my drones. I used to use drones on the turret, but like I said, I think that they zip past the turret and go through the boundary and then teleport to the other side. Which can be a fun way of getting aggro off of you, I suppose. Oh, I suppose I can also swap from... I should have swapped from Barrage to Hail earlier on. Like, as soon as the first turrets were killed, I should have swapped to Hail. Right now we are doing... this is the Tier 3 Combat Filament as part of the current Capsuleer Day event. This is ongoing until the end of the month. Yeah. Stupid grappler. No, the loot rate is not affected if you run it with a friend. Like, the site itself doesn't even know whether or not you're solo or with a friend. I'm pretty sure. Oh, shoot. It's going to go through the wall, isn't it? God damn it. Yep, there it goes. Ironically, my drones are still on top of it, because they teleported over with it. That's pretty good. I like that. Hey, this is a good way of finally getting directly on top of the Shackling Lashak. Till it shackles me again. Actually, I don't want it to go back into the wall, so let's go ahead and, like, head straight there. Yeah, you can only do these in the basic attack and combat cruiser for the 4 primary empires. So that's 8 total ships. Damage back on the Lashak. Oh, I guess I've got one more to kill. Actually, I'm just going to have the drones kill. I'm going to swap. Guns kill Lashak. Drones kill Swarmer. Perfect. Oh, claim reward. Well, yeah. Now, technically speaking, this ship can be used in a T2 as well, but it's actually interesting. The T3 is basically the same difficulty as the T2 because of the advantage of the Gamma. I will say that if you are in a T3, like T3 builds, because it's an electrical, probably want to be like cap heavy, cap hungry setups to take advantage of the that. And, you know, if you're going to use the stabber, at the very least use EM damage. Getting close to the wall again. Do we have to go through the wall again? Are we going through the wall again? I think we are. Yep, there it goes. I do appreciate the fact that... oh, this time the drones didn't go with it. Is it just me or the drifter ships more effort to destroy than the Triglavian ships? What difficulty? What tier are you doing it in? Because that'll matter. Like in tier 3, theoretically speaking, the drifter should be a little bit harder to kill. In tier 4, the trig ship should be a little bit harder to kill. And that's it. That's the whole site. 37 million. And look at this. So 21 million ISK worth of red loot. Red loot is a commodity. So that's 21 million ISK for sure. And then other value in the entangled bits and bobs, right? So, and I didn't get an Edencom cache or anything like that. So depending on how much you're paying for the filaments, like if you're able to build these filaments yourself or source them easier or whatever, you're going to get somewhere between like 15 to 25 million ISK in just red loot in these sites without jackpots. So, only first tier so far. First tier is kinetic and, isn't it? It's exotic. And I want to conclude real quick, since, you know, easy peasy, shows you guys how to do it. If the fit isn't already up on Workbench, I'm going to get it there soon. But to close, I do want to point out something, okay, guys, because this is the kind of thing that I don't think a lot of people's going to notice. There is a subtle and distinct genius in the way these filaments are arrayed that I think that a lot of people might not be able to appreciate. So I want to bring attention to it. Firestorm. Yeah, Firestorm is T4.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
All right. If I go down here and I look at all the filaments, first of all, if you need to know the difference between a hacking filament and a non-hacking filament, if the filament ends in ED, then it's a hacking filament. Ruined, devastated, annihilated, right? If it doesn't end in ED, then it is a combat. Disastrous, sinister, vicious, calamitous. So, that said, we've got sinister, vicious, disastrous, and calamitous. So in the beginning, you begin with the sinister exotic. Exotics are positive to kinetic, or like, so rather, a reduction in kinetic resistances, and a bonus to scan resolution. So the point here is that this weather effect doesn't really affect very much, and certainly doesn't lock out very many people. Lasers aren't as effective in it, but, you know, otherwise, pretty much all of the ships are going to be able to perform all right and about the same as any of the others in an exotic filament. Nothing really to write home about. Now, the tier 2 is important because the tier 2 filament is the first filament that includes the turrets, right? And the turrets are the main thing that makes things more dangerous as you go up the tiers, right? So, and the turrets hit very hard, okay? That's pretty much the biggest thing in these sites. That's why people have to get the control over the situation as fast as possible. Now, the Triglavian filaments or turrets are whir posts that do thermal and explosive, like you would expect. But the sleeper ones shoot missiles that do EM damage. And the vicious electrical assists everyone's tank. It makes it easier for people to be able to have a good enough tank there or have whatever they need because they've got plenty of capacitor. The newts from the energy neutralization are not as bad in a drifter site, you know, but if you manage to get a drifter site in an electrical, those turrets are going to hit you even harder, right? And so this is interesting because this makes it so that, you know, Triglavian sights in T2 aren't necessarily as spooky inherently as the drifters in T2, right? Okay, cool. So, but it's because of that high damage, that high burst damage in half of the sites, this gets people to really pay attention to this, right? So then you move into T3, which is Disastrous Gamma. Now this is giving you a big bonus to shield hit points and not an electrical resistance hull, right? Instead, this is an explosive hull, which is actually makes it good for Mimitar, but also it makes it so that Trig do a little bit more damage because Trig secondary damage is explosive. But what's fascinating about this is that because you're stepping up from an electrical to a gamma, those missile turrets are doing significantly less damage each. So while they double the number of turrets, they're not actually doubling the amount of incoming damage on that side of the coin, right? With the Triglavian ones, it is double the damage, but those damage were already lower in the previous tier. The drifter ones that get your attention in the first one, when you step up to the second one, or to tier 3, that step is actually not as big of a step as you would think psychologically because of what you're stepping out of. And then you step into tier 4 when the trigs take over. Now you've got increased armor and thermal damage. You've got massive damage from the warposts, huge damage from the trig, and the grappler and the target painters only make those warposts apply to you even better. And you have more hit points to burn through in order to kill the trig stuff. So I find their clever use, this is an incredibly clever use of using the weather in order to affect the progression all the way up. It wasn't just random or anything like that, I don't think. It really shows there's some pretty smart, there's some subtle smart game design in how the combat filaments are arranged. But I think that may cover it. If anybody wants to give any top tips or things I should cover about the event, down below. The loot is still very controversial. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Let me know what you think down below too. I still think that this is probably one of the worst events that we've had when it comes to loot rewards, but at least you're getting something now versus before. So, have fun with that. But I also will, I put out a talk when it comes to supporters. I want to do a supporter stream within the week. It looks like we're going to probably do a game of Stellaris. If you are a supporter and you're not in the Discord, you need to go into the Discord and then tie your YouTube to your Discord correctly, so that way you get access to the supporter channel. Even if you got gifted a membership, obviously you still get into the supporter channel. But, yeah. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I don't plan on streaming tomorrow. Thursday, like I said, we'll see whether or not... I haven't quite decided what we're going to go with Thursday. We might look into Kato Ash some more with the event. But I thought I had something else on my agenda. I thought I had something else in my... yeah, something else on my agenda, but right now it's evading me. And the only thing I've written on my whiteboard to remind me of anything is Swamp Comp. So, that's not it. Oh, that's right! That's right! We're going to look into doing Kato... I want to do the SOE Epic Arc. So, I'm going to... One of the things that we were thinking about doing is either do it as Kato Ash or try to see how fast speedrun it with Ashtarothi. I haven't decided which one I want to do. Let me know which one you think is more exciting. But I have been Ashtarothi. I've been playing this game since 2010, talking about it since 2012, and I'm here to put even into context for you, my fellow Empyreans. Thank you guys so much for coming. watching, liking the stream, sharing it with each other, because that's how we get this information out there and raise the general literacy and quality of EVE Online player base, because that's what we're here to do, make the best EVE Online possible by making the best players as possible. Thank you guys so much for coming, and make sure to join, if you can, if you're interested, you can join my alliance. Just hop on into my Discord. You can follow the stream there too. You can buy merch. You can become a supporter. Blah 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 blah. Thank you guys so much, especially all of my supporters that have been doing the gifted subs and stuff the last several streams. You guys really rock. It makes it so that we have more subs than I've ever had before, and certainly more. My channel's doing better than it ever has since I've come back. Not doing it like full time, like back in the day when I was doing like 9-hour long streams. So I appreciate all of your guys' support, and but those of you who just watched to the end and liked the stream, here's the secret: I like you just as much. I've been Ashrothi, the voice of New Eden. Until next time, I'll see you in space.
Bring on the wrecking machine. For every city